It wouldn't be a SEMA show without high zoot project cars that came together, in the past, figuratively, 10 minutes. A lot of the cars here are still wet. And one that's been really super interesting is a Camaro that's called MOTIV8R. And the reason why it's called MOTIV8R is because it's owned by Larry Callahan, who owns a website called ProTouring.com, which is an online forum that helps motivate people to build their cars. And Larry thought it'd be a good idea to kind of put his money where his mouth is and work with Frank Serafin and the crew at Prodigy Customs to slam together Larry's project car so they would be able to get it here to the show, and so that the people on the website can follow along and be motivated to build their own car. Is that about right?
That's about right. About 40 days ago, this thing was still all sheet metal. And it's been an amazing crash. They did an awesome job down there, and it's been great watching all the activity on the website and everybody watching the videos up on YouTube, and it's been great. It was going to be 100,000 views before the week is over, I'm sure of it. Oh,
I guarantee it. Now, the build story itself is completely documented. Go to ProTouring.com. You'll find the thread for the MOTIV8R Camaro. You'll see all the videos. But what I'd like to get is a little bit of the story of the combination of the car. Tell me about what the car is.
The car is my vision of what Pro Touring is all about. It's the old 50s, 60s, 70s. There are exceptions. Everybody has their own little twist on it. But this is my interpretation of what Pro Touring is all about. It's got the big brakes, the big wheels, gobs and gobs of horsepower. It's got air conditioning, power windows, all leather seats. It's like a new car. It's like riding down the street in a new Z06 or something,
Oh, yeah, and turbos.
And twin turbos. Yeah, two turbos. And twin turbos. And those are fun. Driving around Las Vegas yesterday was a blast, rolling down the street, hearing the blow-off valves go off.
Oh, man, that's fantastic. And you came up with a really unique look for the car. This is real carbon too.
Yes, it's all anvil carbon. It's all 100% carbon. The hood, the spoiler, the trunk lid, everything. It's not stickers. It's not painted on. It is real 100% carbon fiber. Anvil did a really nice job on it.
Take me through the suspension.
Suspension. We've got an Art Morrison frame up front. We've got a beautiful piece with C5 parts on it, C6 parts. Out back we got a Prodigy bar by Prodigy Customs. Moser rear end. It's all hung, setting on air ride suspension, and it's got a Richmond 6-speed in it. Wonderful forged line wheels, nice diamond cut, powder coat, chrome lip. Huge brakes, big, massive Wilwood brakes. Those are awesome brakes. Bigger than the pizza we had recently.
I remember in one of the videos, Frank Serafin says that the rotors are bigger than the original wheels.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Yeah. So, it must have been kind of agonizing all these years running ProTouring.com to see everybody else's car come together.
Yes.
How does it feel now to have yours done, but in that crushed time frame?
I think the crunch time frame was great. It adds a bit of drama to the whole thing. If I'd built it over years and years, it'd have been cool. But cramming in a real short period of time was really a lot of fun to do. But it also gave me opportunity, saving up money forever and watching what everybody else is doing and learning, getting ideas and figuring out what everybody else is doing, what's working, what's not working, and
that's a smart way to do it.
Yeah. Kind of hang back for a while and go, oh, that looks nice, and pick up an idea here, an idea there. And
now Larry Callahan from ProTouring.com is the owner of the car, but Frank Serafin and his crew at Prodigy Customs are the ones that kind of pulled off this small miracle and made this all happen. Now, Frank, you're no stranger to building SEMA cars.
No, this will be 4 years in a row, 4 thrashes in a row.
Now, every year we see you at SEMA, and, you got bags under your eyes, and you're barely standing up, and the car's still wet, and you're like, next year I'm not going to do this. I'm done with it.
I said I wasn't going to do it this year, and then I talked to Larry, and here we are.
Well, I guess Larry is the great motivator.
Larry's the great motivator. I mean, to do the official Pro Touring car, how do you turn that down? It's like I said, it would have to be something special, and that's pretty special.
How was it to put this car together? Because it's not just screwing together a stock Camaro. I mean, the laundry list of parts on this thing, to make them all fit and work right, is an achievement.
But it's mostly stuff we used before, except for the engine. It's all stuff we've used, so we're familiar with it. My guys are so good at these cars. They've done so many now. They came together pretty nice. We use a lot of stuff that fits.
Well, take me through the combo real fast, because I've been telling people to go check out the build videos on Pro Touring. but I'd like to actually hear kind of the list. Tell us what the car is made out of.
Well, underneath it's got an Art Morrison subframe. In the back it's got one of our Prodigy bar 4-link suspensions with shockwaves, front and rear air ride shockwaves, and their AirPod controls it with the Level Pro. The brakes are Willwood's biggest, baddest brakes. They're 14 1/4 inch 6-piston up front, 13-inch 4-piston in the rear. Forge line wheels, SO3Ps with the groove in them, special wheels we had made for it.
Very nice.
Yeah, they're killer. Forge line's the best. Just that's all there is to it. BF Goodrich KDW TA tires will keep it hooked up on the road. Under the hood is a Morphodite. It's got an old Moon Eyes intake that was originally set up for Weber carbs that Larry had actually started to convert to a fuel injection throttle body setup. Larry manages a CNC shop, so he made up some custom plenums for it so that we could plumb the twin turbos into it. Ron Davis made a custom intercooler setup that would fit underneath the hood latch, so we could actually keep the hood functional. Didn't want hood pins, so that kind of handles the whole turbo system. Dart block, trick flow CNC 230 heads. God, they're beautiful enough to eat out of. Full comp cam setup on the inside of it. Callie's crank, their Compstar line, their Compstar rods. Just all the best stuff. Wiseco pistons and Electromotive Tech 3 is the fuel injection setup on it. It's got, of course, a center force clutch. It's got their DFX, their light metal clutch setup. Badass clutch setup, really killer.
I mean, it's certainly the A-list of parts companies.
It is.
And the outside of the car is not just restored, it's been tuned up with some cool aftermarket parts. And again, that's real carbon fiber.
That's real carbon fiber from Anvil. The hood is 100% carbon fiber. Spoiler's 100% carbon. The filler panel between the windshield and the hood is 100% carbon. The header panel out front. So we're able to leave that all exposed and paint around it. Gave a real trick look. On the outside, we put our Prodigy custom smoke glass, the same stuff you guys used in your Royal Sport car. Marquez Design set us up with their interior trim panels in the rear shelf. Horizon seat company set us up with some killer seats. They're so comfortable. Mike's Customs Cars just made a brand new back seat that matches the Horizon seats. It's kind of shaped like that. So we got some cool parts that kind of bolted in. It's the best they could, but it wasn't total custom fabrication, which helped getting it done in a short period of time, but it wasn't easy by any means.
Well, congratulations. My hat's off to you. The whole build story, like I said, go to protouring.com. You'll find the Motivator thread, and there's a number 8 in the name, and you'll see that when we show the logo. And there's 40-some days of YouTube video documenting the progress from start to finish. That's the build story. It's well worth seeing. And again, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I'm motivated.
Me too.
Go get a beer.